Alright guys, welcome back to another Raid Shadow Legends video. This is Ali Plays. Today we're going to be doing an in-depth guide / review on Inquisitor Shamael. And I actually wanted to do this video way before Hydra even came out. Never had a chance to. I think now is a perfect time since there's actually a guaranteed chance getting him if you actually have 25 void shards or if you're willing to spend. And hopefully this video will help you decide if it's worth going for Inquisitor or not. So as always, we go over skills, artifacts, and masteries, and I'm going to showcase him in a bunch of places and show you that he's not just a Hydra champion, and even with the nerf to the mastery, is still the best option for Hydra clan boss so far, unless they change the heads. All right, let's get into it, guys. All right, so Inquisitor Shamael is a very interesting champion, and the reason why I originally built him, like, don't even think about Hydra clan boss. The reason why I originally built Inquisitor is because I was having trouble with Doom Tower waves, specifically the waves with Rotos and Siphi. And the way I dealt with that, I just one-shot Siphi using Inquisitor Shamael. So I will try to showcase that in Doom Tower hard later. And basically, this guy can one-shot every single champion. Actually, he has a hard job against Harvest Jack, because Harvest Jack removed his buffs. Because he actually ignores 25%, further 25% of the target's defense for each buff on him. And then you guys know how Harvest Jack works. You hit him, he actually strips away your buffs. So that's actually one of his weaknesses. Let's look at his kit. So his basic attack, he has a 50% chance of decreasing the duration of a random buff on a target by 1 turn. Pretty helpful. Every time an enemy places a debuff on an ally, he uses his basic attack against that enemy. And these counterattacks will only deal half the damage and cannot crit. But you can actually build him with Giant Slayer if that's your goal, especially if you want to use him in Hydra and you want to do some damage. If there are multiple champions in the team with this skill, only one champion's counterattack will activate. So you can only use one Shamael per team. His A2 ability is a triple hitter. It ignores 25% of target's defense initially, but it also ignores a further 25% of the target's defense for each buff on this champion. So basically, you only need 3 buffs on him for him to actually ignore 100% of a champion's defense. And he also places True Fear debuff on all enemies for 1 turn if he actually kills an enemy. It's actually worth booking out this ability if you can get it. The increase in damage is pretty substantial. You got 10%, 10%, and 15%. So it's only 3 books. A1, in my opinion, is not worth booking, but it doesn't hurt, right? His passive ability. So each critical hit fills his turn meter by 7.5%. And whenever an ally receives fear or true fear from an enemy, this skill will instantly remove the debuff and fill the ally's turn meter by 15%. As we have seen with the Hydra, this actually only fills the leader spot's turn meter. I think that's a bug. I think he should be filling the turn meter of everybody that actually has fear. Or ability, increase ally accuracy in Doom Tower battles by 60. So originally, I guess he was a Doom Tower champion. But you can actually use him in other places. You can use him in Arena. We will be showcasing that as well. Moving on to artifacts. So I am running him with a Savage set, which you actually do not need. I don't know why I'm even doing this. So it ignores 25% of the enemy defense. He already ignores initially with his A2 25, so that's 50%. So you basically only need 2 buffs on him if you're running him with Savage set in order for him to ignore 100% of the defense. So I might actually switch that eventually, just get him more attack and more critical damage. I don't think you need the Savage. So that's the good news. You don't need to run Savage, but you can if you want. You guys can take a look at my artifacts here. We got crit damage percentage primary on the gauntlet. We got attack percentage primary on the chest plate with a 24% boost for a crit rate. And we got speed primary on the boots. So basically the substats you're going to be looking for is attack percentage, crit rate percentage, crit damage percentage. And if you care about the True Fear debuff, then get some accuracy on them as well. Let's look at the accessories. So we got attack primary here with 28% attack, very beast. Crit damage primary on the amulet, and we also have attack primary on the banner with the 5% chance to prevent skill cooldown. Very good for his A2. Let's take a look at the total stats. You got 4,500 attack, 181 speed, 99% crit rate, 244% critical damage, and I didn't really care about his True Fear debuff, so I did not place him with accuracy. Going over his masteries, there's multiple ways to build his masteries. So I'm actually running him with Flawless Execution to give him 20% more critical damage. Another way to do it is actually to run Giant Slayer. So whenever he counterattacks, He has a chance to proc his Giant Slayer on the Hydra heads or the Hydra head, which can be very helpful. Personally, I think the crit damage is better. I went to the support route just to increase his accuracy, even though I said that I don't care about his True Fear debuff. I guess I did at that time, but right now I really don't. And another way to build him is actually going for Retribution and Deterrence, but he already counterattacks by himself. So I guess that's the reason why I did not go for the defensive route, because he already attacks by himself with his basic. He counterattacks by himself, I mean. All right, so we're going to go ahead and run him in Classic Arena. Try and look for a team that has Mashald, because he's a direct counter to him, because he places True Fear on your allies, and then he will just remove it. We don't have one here. Let's check in Tag Team Arena real quick. All right, so what I'm going to be running against this team at the bottom, Battle 3, I'm going to be running Arbiter as lead for the speed boost. We do have Lydia here, because the issue is that he can kill a champion, but they can be brought back to life, and Lydia is going to be blocking that. They're going to be faster than me, probably, most likely they are. So hopefully Torment can get some freezes up, and Inquisitor Shamael will just dominate one of these, like straight up kill one of these champions. Maybe Duchess will kill, because he has Void Affinity, so he's not going to have any issues critting. We'll probably kill Duchess right away, and then they won't have a Reviver. And Mashald is probably going to place True Fear, but he's going to remove all of it. And you guys will be seeing that. All right, so here we are. We have him. Oh, we're actually first. But we actually have him in a Savage set, so we don't only need to place 2 buffs on him in order for him to grow 100% defense. So we're going to be, we got Strengthen buff on him and increased speed. So already we are at 100% increased defense, 100% ignore defense. And we're going to try to wipe out Duchess right away. All right, you guys ready for this damage? Maybe you guys have already seen videos of how beast he is in terms of damage. So yeah, just watch real quick. Watch how much damage he's going to be doing here. Ready? Dude, he only did 1 shot. There's 2 more coming after that one. That's hilarious. We're going to let Mashald have a turn. But we're not even going to bother with him. We're going to go after Lysandra. I actually do want to see him placing True Fear on my allies, just so I can showcase his mechanic. Okay, so he cleansed them. He doesn't even show that they landed, and then he counterattacked. There we go, he's doing it. They don't really show the cleanse. It shows that like it never even pops up. Now we're going to do his basic attack. Here we go. 32,000 damage. This attack is not very strong, but doesn't matter. The A2 is way too powerful. We already got decreased defense up. Try to get him. Yes, we locked his skill, so he's not going to provoke. And Inquisitor is going to have a turn soon. Increased attack. We don't have the decreased defense, but do that basic attack. 37,000 damage this time. We'll place decreased defense now. We don't need it though. We're getting that A2 up. We don't need decreased defense. Amazing. Alright, ready? Inquisitor. He's going to one-shot him anyways. 95,000 damage. There's 2 more where that came from, man. Yeah, so basically you guys get it, how dominant he is in Arena. For defense, he's not as good, obviously. Faction Wars, he is amazing. Again, he can wipe out any champion that you want with that A2. If you can decrease the cooldown of his ability, that's even better. Good way to do work. Anyways, you guys have seen how good he is in Hydra Boss. You guys can see this 1 key 16 mil team using Inquisitor Shamael. Obviously, Royal Guard does some damage, so maybe the damage numbers aren't that good, especially since it's on normal. But whatever, man. This is after the nerf. Dungeons, I actually never use him in dungeons, but we're going to do 1 run of Dragon's Lair just to see how much damage he can do. Also, we can test out his AI. What is he going to do first? So he does have 3 buffs on him, so he's going to one-shot any champion. Let's see who he decides. There we go. 81, 93,000, and there was supposed to be another hit right after that. And we're going to skip straight to the dragon now. So here we are against the dragon. Haven't had any issues. We do have a pretty OP team. Basic attack, 78,000 damage against the dragon. Let's see how much his A2 does. I don't know if it's up right now. Let's see. Nope, it's not up yet. 95,000 damage. That's crazy. Yeah, there we go. He should have his A2 up right now. Cooldown is relatively short. There it is. That's like almost 300,000 damage right there. I didn't see how much the non-crit did. How much damage it did. You know what's funny? I can actually see Inquisitor doing work in Clan Boss if somebody can figure out a way. If you can figure out a way to run him. Oh, he actually slows down the run. You can actually figure out a way to run him in your unkillable teams. I think he can actually do work, especially if you run him with Giant Slayer. And the A2 ability is going to be doing damage, man, like 300,000 damage every time he has it. Yeah, so he did 1 million damage. Only Ninja out DPS'd him. All right, so I'm actually not very high in this this rotation of Doom Tower. I'm stuck on stage 90. Was it? Is it stage 90? Yeah, this is stage 90. I'm actually stuck on Baumel. My Samar is not working this time, so I'll figure out another way to clear that. So in order to deal with Siphi, we're going to run stage 86 because she's actually here. And just imagine there's Rotos there, man. But Rotos would be doing more work than that. All right, so Siphi's right here. We already have 2 buffs on him, so we're all good. We don't need to do this though. Also, we do not need the decreased defense, so we're just gonna use the poisons. And then there's Siphi right here. Boom, boom, boom. Siphi's dead. That's it. So he's actually amazing in Doom Tower battles. You can run this on auto now. Take out the biggest threat. Put it on auto. Control it on the second wave, and choose who you want to kill. And basically, you're good to go. So that's gonna be it. That's all I'm gonna show. Yeah. So basically, if you take out Siphi, Rotos is not gonna be cleansed, so you can crowd control him. Every time he takes a turn, he's gonna get passively cleansed by Siphi. That's just how their synergy works. Let's go to the champion right now, and we're actually going to do a final review. We're going to review him and rate him on a bunch of places. Obviously, for Hydra, he's a 5-star. Arena offense, I think he is a 5-star because you can actually control who you want to kill. And if you have any champions like Lydia, to combine them together, she can block the revives after you kill them. Faction Wars, he's definitely a 5. Arena defense, I think that he's going to be a 4 or even a 3. I'm going to give him a 4. Minotaur's Labyrinth, he's a 5. Dragon's Lair, I think he is a 5. You guys saw how much damage he did. Fire Knight's Castle. Fire Knight's Castle is interesting. I think if the Fire Knight actually places debuffs on your champions, he's going to be attacking a lot of times and maybe even possibly removing the shield by himself. So I'm going to give him a 4 for Fire Knight. Demon Lord, I do think that he's a 3. I'm going to say he's good because he does do a lot of damage. And I believe that there is a way to get him to do work. Campaign locations, especially if you're starting off, I think he is a 5. You can just wipe out one of those big, obviously he can't farm, but he can wipe out a big threat for you. You control it. Spider's Den is the area that I don't think he's good, so I'm just going to give him a 2. Void Keeper, we're going to give him a 5. He is a Void Affinity, so we're going to give him a 5 and all that. Ice Golem's Peak. Since he doesn't have a block revive, I'm going to give him a 4. But then again, if you bring a champion with block revive, he's going to be a 5. So I'm just going to give him a 4. Depending on synergy, he can be a 5. Force Keep is going to be a 5. Magic Keep, he's going to be a 5. Spirit Keep, he's going to be a 5. Let's take a look at the recommended artifacts. So that's basically basic artifacts. Let's submit those basic artifacts. So they're saying run offense and crit rate. And I actually do agree with that. But once you get into end game, you got to run crit damage percentage and get your crit rate from these substats. So everything else looks okay to me. All right, guys. So that's going to be it for the video. If you guys like this video, make sure you guys drop a like. Overall, I think that Inquisitor Shamael is definitely a must-have champion in your roster. Not only for Hydra. If you see yourself struggling in waves in Doom Tower, I would definitely recommend getting Inquisitor Shamael. He actually helped me. First time that I cleared Doom Tower is because of him. Second time, because of him. The only times I got stuck was in waves. This rotation, I'll get stuck because of Baumel, like most people. And yeah, overall, Arena, Doom Tower, Faction Wars, basically almost anywhere in the game, this champion is amazing. Not much else to say about him. So if you have the means, you have the Void Shards, definitely go for Shamael. Trust me, man, you're going to love this guy. So as always, I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
I'm Tyrone. I need everybody to subscribe to the homie Ali Al Plays. And that's non-negotiable either.